Hi everyone, Bernard here. I hope you're all staying safe and well, and welcome to my film and TV channel. I hope you enjoy what I've got for you today, and please check out as you're watching this little links on screen as well for different things on my Facebook and Twitter, and of course my football channel as well. And please, all your comments are very welcome. Just let us know and push that subscribe button. Don't forget, please push the subscribe button. Make sure your notifications set to public as well if you want to know when these vlogs are coming out. Push that notification button as well. So anyway, please enjoy. Right, we've got American Traitor today, the trial of Axis Sally. We're going to have a look at that film. An hour and 49 minutes, a 15 rating. This is now out to buy online and in store here in the UK from the 23rd of August. So just £7 on DVD, so quite cheap. Yeah, I actually did a review on this a while ago, and for some reason I've never actually recorded it, but obviously having seen that it's now out to buy, I thought I'd better put it out there, so I dug up my old script, and here we are. So there we go. A drama film directed by Michael Polish, from a screenplay by Vance Owen and Daryl Hicks. It's based upon the book Axis Sally Confidential by William E. Owen. Well, what's it about? It's about an American woman named Mildred Gillars who broadcast Nazi propaganda during World War II, so a touch of Lord Ha-Ha, of course, that sort of thing. She was dubbed Axis Sally by the American GIs, who simultaneously loved and hated her. The story plunges the viewer into the dark underbelly of the Third Reich's hate-filled propaganda machine. Sally's eventual capture and subsequent trial for treason in Washington, D.C. after the war. There you go. Al Pacino's in this. He stars as James Laughlin, an attorney who represented Gillars after she was put on trial for treason. Meadow Williams stars as Mildred Gillars herself. Swent Temmel as Billy Owen. Thomas Kretschmann as Joseph Goebbels. Has he got one? No, that's Hitler, isn't it? The head of Nazi propaganda machine. I think he might not have had either. Mitch Pileggi as John Kelly, the prosecutor at Gillars' trial. Lala Kent as Elva, and Karsten Norgard as Max Otto Quauschwitz. There you go. Is it any good? Yeah, well, as at 5 o'clock on the 20th of August 2021, UK time, 5 p.m. Rotten Tomatoes, just 14%. Not very good. 14%, just based on 21 critics. And that's 3 fresh reviews and 18 rotten. Averaging just only 3.7 out of 10. Not very good. So there you go. Gary Goldstein, he was fresh about it at least. He's from the LA Times. He said, period recreation is decent. The interior's heavy. Film was shot entirely in Puerto Rico. Polish effectively peppers in bits of archival footage, and the story is often involving despite its missteps. Yeah. Glenn Kenny is rotten, sorry, as well. He's from the New York Times. If Mildred Gillars is a story worth telling in a feature film, this isn't it. A little bit unkind, Glenn. Also rotten was Robert Koger from Flickering Myth. He said, the story here is worth telling and undeniably interesting, so maybe American Traitor, the trial of Axis Sally, will convince someone else to do it better. Yeah, a very good point. I'll touch on that in a minute. Metacritic, yeah, the Metacritic, only 6 ratings, only 6 critics, but 25 out of 100. So not great, is it? That's 3 mixed reviews and 3 negative, scoring anything from 16 out of 100 to 55 out of 100. So really not very good at all. Internet Movie Database, old Joe Public, you, me, the guys just watching it on the street. Yeah, a little bit better. Not quite up to that magical 6 out of 10 I like to see, but it's getting 5.5 out of 10. So not a total disaster based on that. That's 1,077 scores and reviews. And that 1,077, 632 of us left a score of 6 or more. So that's 59% of the public thought it was watchable. So that's not too bad. It's not too bad, is it? So here we go. Let me have a think. As I say, I'm going to be kind to this, a little bit kinder than some of the critics have been. I'm not a critic. I'm a public. I watch it for what it is. There's a lot of criticism about things like the uniforms and things being wrong, like radio equipment. And there are people who sort of hang on to that. And it's not it doesn't bother me. It's like, it's just one of those things. Even poor Sally Axis's hairstyle came in for some stick from certain quarters, but hey, there you go. I'm not so worried about things like that. But there are some people who, if a film's going to be made about a period, it should be correct, and that's fair enough. That's their bag. I'm not overly interested with things like that. The only thing not criticised, I think, from most people was Al Pacino, which who can criticise Al Pacino, and he does a very great performance in this, absolutely, and possibly rescues it. And at times, it is a very low budget sort of film feel to it at times, but obviously he does raise it above that by his sheer presence on the screen. If I want historical facts, and this is some of the criticism, of course, I'll find out more about it for myself from the characters in the film. But as a courtroom drama, this does tick a lot of boxes. I thought it was quite enjoyable. Critically, there's not a lot of love out there, as you can see from those scores. And the public as well, but at least some of the public are more positive on it, which I think is fair enough. You didn't need everything spelling out to know that Mildred Gillard herself had to make the best of what she had. Let's be honest, let's read in between the lines. And the film sort of did paint her rightly or wrongly in a favourable light, mostly, for most of the time anyway. Our early sightings of the lady don't exactly endear her to the audience initially, but as envisaged in the script, we would learn a lot more about her, and obviously with the flashbacks, etc., and the courtroom drama unfolding. So, you know, as I say, she was painted a favourable light, whether that's rightly or wrongly. As I said, read about the real story, read about the real Mildred Gillard if you want to sort of look into that more deeply. But obviously, as I said, as far as this film is concerned, it did paint her in a reasonably favourable light, although not all the time. But obviously, we get to you know, by the end of the film, yes, she is painted in a more favourable light. Yes, I have gone away and read a bit more about the case, and that's always a good thing to do, and I enjoy films that make you go and do that. But as a film, it was adequate, it was okay. It possibly would have made a very good mini-series, actually, looking at the sets and how it was put together, with a few extra dollars spent on it, of course. It would have had to, you know, I thought it would have made a cracking mini-series. I think one of the critics alluded to that before, didn't they? And it's also always great to see Al Pacino strutting his stuff, of course, especially in the latter parts of the film when he comes to his fore in the courtroom aspect of this. Great, just a typical great Al Pacino performance. So I am going to give it my watchable rating. I'm not going to go mad and say it's fantastic, but I just thought it was a good, okay watch, I say, with the added incentive of Pacino in this as well. And the lady who played the Meadow Williams as well did a good enough job. So, as I say, it wasn't fantastic, but on the basis of Pacino and that young lady, I am going to give it a 6 out of 10. Yes, it could have been better. Of course, it could have been better. I believe, but will I believe everything it tells me? Probably not. No, it's a drama. It's an adaptation. It's licensed. It's film license, isn't it? So I'm not going to believe every single thing I've heard or I've seen it. Of course I'm not, because it's just, at the end of the day, it's a TV drama. But is it as bad as Rotten Tomatoes and some of the Metacritics have painted it? I don't think so. I think they're being very unfair, to be honest with you. You know, I think it's okay. And of course, it's got Mr. Pacino, as we've already mentioned, haven't we? So anyway, let me know what you think if you get to watch, if you get to own it. As I say, it's certainly, you know, I wouldn't mind it in my collection. If you collect Al Pacino films, why not? For £7 on DVD, you know, I don't think that's pretty much spot on, to be honest with you. So there you go. Let me know what you think anyway, if you've watched this or you're planning on buying it. Anyway, thanks for watching. What you're going to do this day, have a great one. Look after yourself, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other. So we meet here again on the Film and TV channel, or perhaps have a flick across. Have a look at my Citizen channel, my football team Manchester City channel that I do vlogs for. Have a look on there if you're that way inclined. If you're not, don't worry, there's loads of film and TV stuff, of course. But until we meet again, wherever it is, I only ever ask one little thing of you. Please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.